What's good, YouTube, and welcome to the house. I want to talk about some more real issues here today, some things that really bother me and I want fixed in the community. And something I think is one of the realest issues we have is not having a competitive online video game for real Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, yes, they just introduced Duel Links a while back. It's a great game. There's a lot of players playing it. It gets new blood into the game. It gets people interested in Yu-Gi-Oh! It brings back people who don't really play anymore. But I want a real game for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm talking about a Legacy of the Duelist that is constantly updated for people to play online. I think Konami is missing a huge opportunity to continuously make a lot of that dinero, a lot of money off of us, and keep us happy, provide us with a service that we would constantly pay for and play on. So, Legacy of the Duelist was an amazing video game with no real implications of anything competitive, and not really updated properly. I think we lived in Necros on it forever, Necros format for a very long time, and finally it got updated so they could sell it on Steam, and after that, I don't think there were really any updates for it that I heard of. I initially was on the top 8 of that ladder for the first 2 months on Legacy of the Duelist, and I've gotta say, the popularity for that game was well above real Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me tell you, I was streaming on the House of Champions stream. I would get about 30 people a day. When I started streaming that video game, I started getting 200 people a day watching. It was actually insane because it's a real video game. Younger viewers watch it and enjoy the fluidity, enjoy the decisions. There was a real clock. It had real awesome things, a leaderboard that you could climb up, and you could constantly build decks, improve decks, but at the end of the day, when there just weren't real updates, it sucked. It ended up being a game that you couldn't evolve and continue in. You just continued repeating your strategies and folding in on themselves, and it became boring, repetitive, and the game fell off the map completely. And now you have Duel Links. Let's hope that doesn't happen with Duel Links. They seem to be caring about it a lot more. There's an actual implication of competitiveness because you get to go to Worlds for Duel Links. Something I really had hoped for with Legacy of I almost called it Legacy of the Worthless, but Legacy of the Duelist, I could not actually go to any tournaments for it, despite being up on that leaderboard. I asked one of the Konami people, hey, are there any plans for this to have, like, a Nationals? Used to, for the video games, you could actually go to Nationals for the video games and go to Worlds for them way back when. And they were just like, nah, we don't have any plans for those. I was heartbroken, and I stopped playing completely after that when I realized I'm spending all this time on this video game away from the real game and the people that I love in these tournaments, and it broke my heart that I'd spent all that time on it, because YouTube was still something I was trying to make full-time back then, and I thought, man, playing this video game, I can really go somewhere. It wasn't going anywhere, but I would love to see them treat an actual game like Legacy of the Duelist like they're treating Duel Links. How are you treating Duel Links so amazingly, so awesome? And you could be doing that. You could prove that you can do that through the updates of Legacy of the Duelist with a real video game. You could charge $5 for every set update, the complete set, to even unlock it where we still have to grind packs, and I would happily pay that for all, like, 12 sets plus of the year, all the Hidden Arsenal, like, sets like Spirit Warriors, and all those main core sets. I would gladly pay $5 every set release just to unlock the cards, to grind them out. As a freemium warrior, I would even be doing that. I would gladly do that. And the thing about this is, you'd be attracting a lot of younger players into a medium they're familiar and happy with, PlayStation, Xbox, etc., where they would be completely comfortable playing your game, and it might actually get them to go, hey, Mom, Dad, I want to go out and buy the real packs. I want to see what the real tournaments are like and actually learn this game. And I think it would be a great learning system for the kids as well, because similar to how online simulators like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro work, they actually tell you what you can and cannot do with the cards, and they're able to kind of do that. But once they start playing in person, they're going to have to start remembering that themselves and really keep track of what they're doing, and that's just the next step. Right now, the game is so complicated with Master Rule 4. Imagine being a new player. All right, That's how you fusion summon. That's how you synchro summon. That's how you XE summon. That's how you pendulum summon. This is how you link summon and unlock the ability to do all those summons even more. Oh, I have to go up into this link rating for that, these levels to XEs, these with a specific tuner to synchro. You have to learn all these crazy, insane things currently for Yu-Gi-Oh! Imagine how much easier that is with a video game telling you and helping you learn what you can and cannot do, that is regularly updated and you want to pay attention to. Konami, you're missing out on a huge, huge opportunity, and this will initially maybe hurt OTSs a little. I think that's your worry. You're worried about real-life attendance. Like I said, when I started grinding, I stopped playing for a bit. But once I started mastering that game, yes, I would spend maybe a few weekends I would have gone out to OTSs grinding, but it would get me out playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Even more. I'd want to go talk to people about this game. I would want to go play in person even more. And I think you're missing out on a huge opportunity to bolster what's already falling at levels of OTSs with attendance and how the game is. I would love to see that just go through the roof with you participating and being active in a community and growing the community as a whole. Trust me, down the line, there would be so many more duelists if we have a video game where kids start out with a video game and then want to get into the real game. Thanks for watching and hearing me rant, guys. I've been thinking about this all day long, and just my memories with Legacy of the Duels. Tell me yours. I like some of the video games. I get that they're more a way to be sold with 3 promo cards and be like, here, we don't have to deal with this. You got cards, you're happy. But for me, yes, there's memorable ones like Duelist of the Roses, and that's okay. But I think if they had one long-term, continuously updated game, it would be really amazing for them, really worth it for the whole community. Money in Konami's pockets, us being happy, us not waiting on Dueling Book for online judges and going, I got the wrong ruling after everything happened. I get that there's also a split between US rulings and Japanese/European rulings, and that could be a huge issue for people learning on this game and them deciding what rules to put in this game. But just make it a universal ruling system for the game, and then when they learn in real life, they can ask local judges and learn about how the game really works there. Again, thanks for watching and hearing me out, everybody. I've just had a huge flashback today, and I feel like this is one of the real issues so many people scream out about and want to talk about, and I finally am getting it off my chest. I might be doing more videos like this. One day we'll eventually heal the couch of champs and get a new couch in here, but I still do enjoy having the same couch as Cordero. So thanks for watching, guys.
I do want to give you guys an idea of how popular a video game is over what we've had. An actually regularly updated video game that people want to keep up with. This is Guns Blazing, and as you can see, I have it sorted by date oldest. His YouTube's actually under 10 months old. He already has almost 50,000 subscribers. Now, yes, you have to have a personality to have a great YouTube, but you also have to have a subject that people really like. And we can see by his social blade, he's just skyrocketing up there. People really care a lot about Duel Links, and you can see his monthly views all over 1 million. This man is doing very well for himself, but it's the game being constantly updated alongside his personality. We go over to Duel Links meta. Similarly, he hasn't been uploading that long. He's actually only been uploading since 7 months ago. Already has almost 20 subscribers, and his views are off the chart. Let's actually go to newest and see what kind of views he's picking up here. Look at this: 10K, 12K, 10K, 17K, 26K. You might say, now this isn't a lot versus regular YugiTube. You see things that have been up for a couple of weeks. Everything just spans above 20K to 40K, and we only see people like DP Yu-Gi-Oh! That really put a lot of work into their content. They're getting these kinds of views. Yet this guy's been around for 7 months, and he's getting these kinds of views. And I believe this is Decade. Yeah, this is actually Decade. He's an awesome Duel Links player as well. But we go over to Shady Penguin, and we see that Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links are actually his 2 biggest things that he shows off. 475,000 subscribers. Now, it's not as if Duel Links shot him off into another realm or he started with it, but you can see over random content, it's getting many more views. Like over his Fire Emblem content, people care a lot more about his Duel Links. And his Pokemon obviously is carrying the channel. I believe he's done Pokemon for a very long time, 118, 115, but these are still amazing views. 60,000 almost on this King of Games deck list. So you can see these tubers are having so much success off actual video games, and if you brought that into the realm of how popular is Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus actual Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games, if you continue to update them, the popularity and socialness of that video game would be an advertisement for your real card game, Konami. So again, thanks for watching. I just wanted to add this part on the end to really show you the traction that just from under a year, these tubers are as big as some of the bigger Yu-Gi tubers in terms of subscribers, and actually are dominating them in views. Let's actually just real quick again go to most popular. Look, this guy has 267k views, 155. But if we go to newest, so his regularly uploaded content, this guy's getting 27k views, 35k, 42, 30, 31. This guy is really out there and getting like people to come in and watch Duel Links content. And of course, personality, like I said, is a huge part of it, but there's fans of this game watching him because this is like pretty much all he uploads for the most part. Like most everything seems to be Duel Links content. You might see something once in a while that's not, but it looks like this is the game that he really cares about. So again, please make us a real video game that we can play for years.